Hi my friends, Anna Alchemist of the Arts here. Welcome to my channel. This is a general pick a card reading on the theme, what do my guides need to tell me right now? What messages will come through from your guides? This is very, very open. You might be drawn to more than one pile. You might be drawn to just one pile. You might be drawn to all of them. There could be messages for you in multiple piles. But as always, please remember that the way I read is that I'm reading the current energy. These are the messages that are going to assist you in the now moment. So whenever you find this reading, you might actually be drawn to different piles in the future. So if you'd like to, feel free to comment the pile you chose down below. I read the current energy, but I want you to remember at all times, you have so much power within you. You get to decide the course of your future. You have power to influence future outcomes with your energy, with your actions. So please take this reading as guidance for the present moment and know that you can push yourself and direct yourself, your energy, your life in whichever direction that you choose. Nothing is set in stone. All of my information, if you'd like to contact me, if you'd like a personal reading, is available in the description box below. Please be mindful of imposter accounts, not just of me, but of other readers also. I don't think any of us will ever reach out to you and say that we are connected to your energy and would, you need a reading. So please be mindful of that. And I do have a Patreon channel where I discuss more about spirituality, about my artwork, about the things that I create in my creative process. So again, if that feels interesting to you, please feel free to check it out. But with that aside, let's check out these piles. There's 4 today. Pile number 1 is this tree agate unicorn. Pile number 2 is this rose quartz heart. Pile number 3 is this rhodonite angel fairy, probably fairy, but either or. And pile number 4 is this beautiful piece of quartz. I don't know if you can even see the details on this, but it is just amazing. It's not quite phantom quartz, but it's just amazing. Anyway, take as long as you need. If you need to pause the video now so that you can make your selection, take a really deep breath. I invite the highest and most benevolent energies to come through and to give us the messages that the people that choose these piles need to hear right now, the best guidance that we can bring through. And I will pause in between the readings today because these are also going on Instagram, so the timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you in your readings. Hi there, pile 1. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. This reading is most important messages for your guides right now. If you didn't watch the intro, then please know that I'm reading the current energy. You have great and immense power within you to direct the course of your future, but the direction of your energy and your actions. So please take these messages as what you need to hear right now, but know that you have great power to shift and change your future in any direction you desire. And as always, all of my information, including information about personal readings, is in the description box below. So if you have any queries, please feel free to contact me. We'll start with your oracle cards, then I'll just do some tarot. It looks like my camera's going to be cheeky today, so I might need to adjust it a few times. Sorry, just to make sure you can see the cards. I'll try not to wobble the camera too much. Okay, we have the Guardians. Create, activate your DNA, and Gula healing. Okay, I'm getting really strongly that you might be going through a phase now where you've been through some things. A lot might have changed in your world, and you've been going through a process of healing. You could be just embarking upon a new phase of healing, hitting deeper levels if nothing new has happened. You know, the cycle of healing on my own personal journey, sometimes there's been new situations that arise, but often it can be old situations with new triggers, or at entering a deeper level of healing about a recurrent theme that can be some of our core wounding. But what we do when we go through these processes, we open and activate ourselves to more of our potential energy. You know, the average person, you know, contains a genetic blueprint that they use maybe between 1 to 5% of, and it is completely possible to activate your DNA in other ways to activate different gene expressions and unlock more of your potential. People can do that through sound therapies, through other kinds of holistic therapies, and as always, only take that if it resonates for you. But it feels like you are unlocking something within you. If you've been going through a really hard time, your guides really want you to say, like, keep going, persist in what you have been going through, not persisting in the pain, but persist upon your path. Trust that you are being guided and supported at this time. And, you know, if you need support, if you'd like support from your spirit guides, your ancestors, your God's guides, whatever you may call them for you, ask them. Ask them for support. This is something that my mum has always said to me. She's been a very big part. She does a lot of readings herself and things. You know, it's always you have to ask sometimes. Sometimes they won't interfere without an invitation. So it's up to us to ask for them to assist us, ask for guidance, ask for support, ask for the removal of obstacles, you know, and just see what happens, see the magic that unfolds. No, I was going to do them, but I'm being told to use the dragons. Sorry for wobbling the camera there. So, I absolutely love this deck. And I love having some time to read. I haven't read this week, and it's just been one of those. Ace of Pentacles, we love that. I was wondering whether I accidentally shuffled this deck into the upright and the reverse, and I have done. But I will honour this. In fact, no, I'm not, because I don't read this deck in the reverse. So if they come out in the reverse, I'm going to flip them over. And the reason I do that, if anyone's curious, the general rule of thumb is the artwork on the back of the card. If it's reversible, then you read it both ways. And if not, you read it the one way. But again, as a reader, I don't always follow that rule, but I'm being told to read this deck just in the upright. Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, and the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like there is a new beginning here. A new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles to build a new foundation for yourself. Pentacles are all about our foundation, our material world, our sense of security, what it is that we have around us. With the Devil and the Wheel of Fortune, there could be attachments, addictions even from the past. It could be emotional addictions, habits, patterns, cycles that you might have felt stuck within. But the Wheel of Fortune feels really positive. It's like you've got these two really powerful cards either side of the Devil. And with this healing card here, with Gula healing, and your guardians coming out very present, it's like you are breaking these cycles. Your guides want you to know you are breaking these cycles. There is going to be a new beginning. This is all worth it. Don't lose hope. Don't lose faith. You have the strength to do this. You have the strength to keep going. There is going to be a new dawn after the darkest day, whatever day it may be. Let's get some more for you. Again, I'm going to flip them all into the upright because, as already explained, I have accidentally shuffled these in a way I don't like. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Queen of Wands, Strength, the Chariot, and the Ace of Wands. I hope you can see these. I'm just going to shift them up a little bit so you can. There is definitely, the Ten of Wands here speaks of a heavy burden. It speaks of the weight of everything that you've been carrying. And, you know, transitioning into the Queen of Wands, tens are signs of completion. We have the Chariot down here. And strength. There is this sense of completion. You are graduating from something, I think is the only word that I can use to describe it. You are overcoming something in a really powerful way, going beyond it. This difficult cycle, it might have been repeated cycles, but it's like you're coming to the end of it. There is light at the end of the tunnel. And the light here is this Ace of Wands and the Queen of Wands with Strength and the Chariot. You can dream a new dream. You are going to be successful. This healing process, this healing cycle, even if it means the absolute destruction of the old way of being, your old identification of self. Sometimes we think we'll never recover from that. Sometimes we think there is no way forwards and no way through. But this Queen of Wands and the strength here is saying you're going to come back stronger. You are going to find this passionate, confident version of yourself. And it doesn't have to be, you know, you might be saying to me, what on earth are you talking about? I don't feel that way at all. You are going to become this new version of yourself, this Queen of Wands, this expression, regardless of gender, I might say. It's a new level of confidence. It's a self-confidence that comes from knowing what you have been through. It's that comes with self-forgiveness, that comes with time, it comes with patience and love for self, and knowing that it doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter if you have a backstory. It doesn't matter if you've been damaged. Of course it matters to you, but the fact that you've gone through your healing process or are going through your healing process, it just means that you are a human and that you have lived. And I don't mean that in a way that takes away from your story, because you could have been through some really incredibly heavy stuff. A lot of us have. But this is you and a new expression of yourself. You're worthy as you are. And no matter what you've been through, it doesn't have the right to take away from the beautiful future that you are deserving of right now. Whatever phase of your life you're in right now, no matter how much healing you've done or feel like you've not done enough, you're worthy of a beautiful future right now. So be confident. Allow your journey to give you confidence, because it has taught you. It has been your teacher. You have been through the school of life, and it may not have been easy and you may be tired, but you have got 2 aces in the chariot here. You are on your way. You are there. This is aces of potential. You have a new passionate future, a new secure future. You can build something now after everything that you've been through, and it really can be quite beautiful. And they just want you to not doubt yourself. Your guides, your guardians, they want you to know that whatever it is, the past is behind you. Our memory of the past is just the memory of the past. And whilst we can't change that, we can step into a new future. We can embark upon a new future. And it can be really quite beautiful. There is nothing holding you back other than ourselves, our experiences. They don't want you to hold yourself back based upon your past now. They really want you to step into this beautiful new future, no matter what has happened in the past, and know that you're worthy of a new and beautiful future, exactly as you are right now. Star Ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. And Protection Guardian, drop your shields. Whether this is a new career, whether this is new love, just deciding to move, go somewhere new, or just accepting that one cycle has ended and you're allowed to move forwards. This is saying, listen to your inner guidance. Ask your guardians and your ancestors, your guides, your angels for support. Ask them to give you a sign, to show you the way, and allow yourself to be guided. You will feel it. You will feel it from within. And Protection Guardian, drop your shields. And this is interesting because with this 10 of Wands, you could have felt so guarded for such a long time. But there is something so beautiful waiting for you. I can feel it. And it feels like fulfillment. It feels real. It feels something stable. And they just want me to say to you again, don't think that anything that has happened in the past means you're not worthy of what will come. You are worthy of good in your life. You deserve good in your life, Pile 1. And that is the most important message that they have for you. You've acquired so much wisdom and so much strength. And whilst you might right now see whatever has happened or the things that have happened to you as a weakness, as damage, as a scar, believe me, this is something that is going to help you get to the next level of your life. And they really want you to know that. Know that you're worthy. Pole 1, I hope this assisted you. Just sending you all my love, and I'll see you again in another reading. As a reminder, personal readings are available. My Patreon, my Instagram, and everything is all in the link below. Take care. Lots of love. Bye-bye. Hello, Pile 2. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. In case you skipped the intro, then please know that my readings are all a read of the current energy. You have great and immense power within you to direct the outcome of your life, to direct your energy, to create the outcomes and the life that you desire. So please take these messages that are coming through as the messages that you need to hear right now. And it is very much about the present moment. So with that in mind, and if you would like a personal reading or to check out my Patreon or anything else, all of the information is in the description box below. Let's get into your reading. This is messages your guides really want you to hear right now. You were drawn to the rose quartz heart, which is just beautiful, loving energy to help embody more of the energy of love within you. Let's get your oracle cards and we'll do some tarot. Dreamscape. Bring peace to troubled waters, and death and magic. Ooh, I like this. We've got the Morrigan here. I'm getting there could have been some real inner conflict, or there could have been changes that you wanted to make in your life. It's like you've been dreaming, you've been looking at a bigger picture and realizing that there are things in your life now that are no longer resonant, that just no longer align with who it is that you are or who you want to be, what you want to do, be, have, create. And you're being called, sorry, I'm just fiddling with the light. You're being called now to focus on this new future that you can feel within you. The Morrigan with death and magic. This is unlocking and untapping more of your potential. We create space for more of our potential energy, more bandwidth for our spiritual experience, more magic within our life, more power to manifest by releasing the old, by allowing the old version of ourselves to die. And this is very much something that I work with a lot, these cycles of death and rebirth. One of my latest paintings is literally called The Dance of Cosmic Rebirth. I'll have to share that on the somehow on here. It feels like you finding a sense of peace within this experience within yourself, but it feels like the blossoming of something new. Like you're having these new dreams, new visions. Birds could be important guardians for you. There's a black cat here as well that might resonate for some of you. Yeah, we've got ravens and then again the butterfly, the symbol of transformation. And in order for the butterfly to become the butterfly, it must go through the complete disintegration of itself as caterpillar within the cocoon. This is not a pretty process, but from it comes the most beautiful and glorious rebirth. So it feels like you are acknowledging right now, and this might just be the confirmation from your guides that this is real. Sometimes we need that confirmation that this experience, these signs, these messages that we're having, this is real. Your experiences are real and that they're worth validating. And I find especially during the beginnings or the early stages of developing our own connection with our own guides and intuition, or spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it, even a deepening into our spiritual experience, it's learning to trust that I just saw 333 as I said that, so that might be resonant for some of you as well. It's learning to trust that inner guidance, that inner wisdom, and that's a relationship. And like all relationships, it takes time to build trust. You build a feedback loop that you begin to trust. So it feels like you're very much in this process, and this is hopefully going to add some confirmation to, that now they're telling me to use a different deck. I think we're getting different decks for all the piles today. It feels like you're learning to trust that inner guidance and to let it pilot you in some ways, let it drive you forwards a little bit. And it feels like maybe this feels a lot like the unknown for you, but it also feels exciting because I get this sense of excitement, even though there are these changes. It feels like you want to make these changes. It feels like you want to let go of some stuff. You want to let go of it because you can feel the tangible newness and excitement of what is to come. And I'll always say, you can't accept something if your hands are full and holding on. sometimes we have to empty our hands so that we can take a grasp of something new. Judgment, very much so. I feel like this is you getting a clear judgment call on what it is that you want to change. But there's an element here of perhaps not feeling confident enough to embody it, not feeling, we'll take it. Yeah. No, I'm not taking all of those. It's too many. Okay, so for some of you, you could be walking away from something that has been long-term, something substantial, something that you were quite, how do I phrase this? I don't want to say bound to, because it's not bound as in a negative attachment like the devil, but you were somehow tied to it. It could have been a marriage for some of you. Maybe you've been through a divorce. Maybe it's the end of a relationship, the end of a career, deciding to embark upon a new career path. The Empress being in the reverse is just saying to me that, you know, the Empress is the amalgamation of all of the queens. She is the literal embodiment of the divine feminine in her most positive, benevolent aspects in every way you can imagine. So this being in the reverse is not an issue. It's just saying that maybe you're not feeling like you're quite there yet. Maybe you're holding back. Ah, I like that. Maybe you're holding back a bit, because we've got the Knight of Wands here. What I'm feeling, because I'm an intuitive reader, so I will feel, I get clairvoyant messages, I see imagery, and I also get clairaudient messages. What it is, it's like you're leveling up, and I feel like you've held yourself back for a very long time, and it's like something's happened. You've been through some kind of shift, and now you're just like, fuck yeah, I'm doing this, I'm claiming this. And that's in your mind. It's like you want to go after it. We've got the Knight of Wands here. You want to go do this thing. You want to pursue it. And I feel like maybe you get this in and out kind of feeling of being like, oh, I can absolutely do this. And then thinking, oh, perhaps I'm not ready. Perhaps I can't do this. Perhaps I'm not skilled enough, or whatever it is. Some kind of story, limiting belief that you're telling yourself, and then you step back a bit and ease off a little bit. But with the Lovers here, I feel like you're committed to this path. With Judgment and the Lovers, you know, we've got 3 major arcana out here. This is big energy. Whatever you're leaving behind, I still feel like there's love here for you. I feel like there's love for the past, and I don't feel like there's a lot of negativity. I mean, take it as it resonates, but within yourself, I don't think whatever it is that you're moving away from, whether it's habits, whether it is a relationship or a marriage or a job or a career, it feels like you're doing it in your strength for the most part. Even if you're not the embodiment of the Empress, absolute, you know, very few of us are. Being in Empress energy, if you can get there and stay there, fantastic. But for many of us, it might be cycles, and we kind of dip into it, and then we work through some more stuff, and we overcome some more stuff, and then we dip into it again. But I feel like there's good stuff coming in for you. Whatever you've walked away from, you might have spent some time healing after an ending, after a chapter that's closed out. And it feels like there is a new beginning here, but there's love. There is you connecting with what you love, you deciding to pursue what it is that you love and you feel passionate and excited about. And you're making these decisions for yourself. And if for any reason you're still feeling bound to the past, or for whatever reason that you might have in your life, it will be different for everybody. Allow yourself to be the judge of what is right for you on your life path, your career, your future lovers, your relationships. Allow you to be the one that makes that decision. You know, don't allow, we have to take into consideration the people around us, the people we love, children, families. However, if we completely deny ourselves our love, our passion, we kind of strangulate our own creative energy, our sacred energy, our passionate energy. And, you know, blockages like that, the energy flows up through our chakra system. So we don't want really, if we can, to block our energy off anywhere. And this is literally saying, be open, because you've got something new coming in. You've got the Page of Cups. This could be an opportunity, an offer to meet somebody new. It's something new coming in. I very much feel that. I feel like this Knight of Wands is you being in this passionate new awakening of going after what you want. But with the Page of Cups, I feel like you've got some blessings coming in too. This could be an offer of love, being asked out on a date, an offer for a new job, an invitation to something, to go somewhere new, to travel. It could be anything. It just feels like a positive blessing coming in for you. And one more card, please, for pile 2. No, I just fumbled those. I'm sorry, I'm not taking them. That was just me. Yeah, opportunity to celebrate. I feel like it's really important at the moment for you to network, to maybe get out and meet people. There is this sense here that perhaps you've been very patiently waiting for an opportunity for some time. And it's almost like you might have held yourself back. Again, it's that message, you've been holding yourself back. The Seven of Pentacles in the reverse is saying you're not going to do that anymore. And I don't think you should, because I feel like you've got really good stuff coming in for you, pile 2. I feel like you need to believe in yourself, and your guides want you to believe in yourself a little bit more, and to trust that experience, trust that inner wisdom that you have, trust the skills that you have. I'm not taking those because I fumbled them again. Let's just get an oracle card for you to finish on. 3 then it is. 4 it is. Trader, exchange energy to create abundance. Definitely the potential for new career. Sun, enjoy success and happiness. Focus on your bliss, on your joy, your excitement, your passion, what makes you happy. Medicine Garden, be open to healing information. There could definitely be another way to achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Be open to what comes through for you. Spring, see your seeds grow. I love this. You have definitely got a fresh start, new beginnings, abundance, love, good stuff coming your way. Believe in yourself. Don't hold yourself back anymore, pile 2. Seriously, I feel like you are leveling up to something, and it just feels awesome. Sending you all my love, and again, you know, all of my information is in the description box below if you'd like a personal reading. Thank you for being here and spending your time with me. Sending you all my love. I'll see you soon. Bye. Pile 3, thank you so much for being here. Welcome to the reading. If you chose this pile, you were drawn to the rhodonite fairy today. And this is a beautiful stone. I really love this one. Okay, so as a reminder, in case you skip the intro, my readings are always a read of the current energy. I like to think that I can bring through messages for you that will hopefully empower you to make decisions about the course of your future. You have immense power and potential to shift your life, to direct your energy, and to create the outcome that you want and deserve. So please, take this reading as messages for right now. These are messages that your guides want you to hear for the present moment, right now. Personal readings are personal readings are available. All of my information is in the description box below if you'd like to contact me at all, and including my Patreon and my Instagram. But let's get into your reading. That was a long intro and I muddled it a few times. I'm sorry. You might have been struggling with your words, pile 3. We've got forgiveness, have hope for the future, new energies are coming in, and yeah, adaptability. Okay. Ooh. Okay, I'm getting that you might have been through what have felt like quite a hopeless situation. You could have been through a time that made you feel hopeless. You know, we've got another fairy here, and I'm so... Look at the synchronicity. We've got this fairy who is just weeping at the base of this spirit tree, and another fairy coming out, you know, a tree spirit, the Landvidya, to come and to help heal her. And I'm just being drawn to this fairy here. It's like a sense of hopelessness and a real heaviness on your heart about something that might not have worked out. Forgiveness is an interesting thing. Sometimes situations happen that are beyond our control. Sometimes we make mistakes and we have to offer forgiveness to others. sometimes we seek forgiveness from others. Sometimes we have to forgive ourselves in order to move on. We often make decisions, the best decision we can in the moment, based on the information that we have. And I'm getting that in this situation, particularly if there is somebody that you're not talking to, is something that's coming through. Somebody that you're closed off from, perhaps somebody you never had the opportunity to put things to rights with. You can do that energetically. And whilst that might not be done in the 3D, you can do that in the 5D. You can do that in the thought and the spiritual realm. Do it at an energetic level. If somebody has wronged you, or if you have even potentially wronged somebody, you can offer them forgiveness. You can ask for their forgiveness or issue them with an apology and just release the connection, cut any cords between you, you know, and stop feeding the energy with hopelessness, with regret. Because it feels like you're holding on to a lot of regret, and or there might be a lot of regret within a situation. You know, we all say things and do things that we wish we hadn't done, but what we do from that point onwards is what helps us to learn. It helps us to grow. Sometimes the difficult circumstances are inevitable within our life, because it's those that help us to move forwards and to move on. And I'm getting here that having some self-compassion, some self-forgiveness is going to be really powerful for you now, right? Pile 3. And even if somebody has wronged you and you're beating yourself up because you feel like you are in some way responsible for the situation, or putting yourself there, feel like you should have known better, this is saying you offer yourself forgiveness because you were learning, you were growing from the experience. And until we have done that, until we've been through some of these cycles, sometimes we can't physically do that. So they're really saying, like, you need to let go of this regret, because there is new hope coming in. It's not all over. It's not all hopeless. You know, whether this is a new beginning in a completely new direction with new people, or within a relationship that has been very, very challenged. You know, this adaptability is saying, it's almost, I'm getting a message of surrender. And it feels like whatever's happened in the past, this is a moment right now, if you choose to, or when you feel ready, you know, to say, okay, I'm drawing a line. I cannot change the past. Maybe I need to give an apology. Maybe I would like an apology. But in this moment right now, I can realize what I may have done wrong, or I perceive as wrong, what I could have done better. And now I'm going to move forwards in my life, having learnt those experiences, and know that I am open and worthy of the future life. I find a lot of us, you know, this element, this theme of regret and self-forgiveness feels really, really strong. But if we learn, you know, making mistakes is an inevitable part of human life. I don't know who needs to hear this. Sorry, this is like channel, but somebody needs to hear this. Making mistakes is an inevitable part of human life. And it's not our mistakes that define us, but how we handle them, how we cope with them, and how we live our life moving forwards. And I'm getting that self-judgment and blame is not necessarily an act of redemption, but self-forgiveness and doing and moving forwards, doing what you love and being who you want to be in a loving way, provided we're not hurting anyone else. And that's okay. And I feel like some of you just need to hear that that's okay. 2 of Wands. It is absolutely up to you to make the decision about the path where you go. Some of you might be wondering whether to walk away from somebody or a relationship. Could be family member. Well, let me just pick up those cards. So I've got a couple that have flown out. I'll take them all. And I was explaining to pile 1, I don't read this deck upside down, so I'm not going to read reversals. Wow. I mean, I've really shuffled this deck in between, but you've got some similar cards to pile 1. So you might have been feeling, there might be a message for some of you in pile 1, maybe some messages. If you feel guided, feel called, then feel free to go over there. What we've got is a reissuing of hope here. You've got 2 aces and the Knight of Cups. I really feel, let's get the bottom of the deck, the 6 of Cups. I'm so glad I checked. For some of you, there is this opportunity for reconnection with somebody. You know, the Knight of Cups can be the offer, the giving of something. We've got the Ace of Cups as well, which is a new emotional beginning. For some of you, if you've been in a very strained relationship, if things have felt like too much of a burden to overcome, there is potential here for reparations, for things to be put right. And it might just be a coming together in order to offer or to receive forgiveness. But whatever it is, it feels like it's going to allow you to feel more safe. And I think safety is the word, more safe in your own foundation. And from there, you know, we've got the Queen of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, plus the Empress. You know, it's time to let go of this heavy burden of the Ten of Wands. This is your life. And whilst we may be reincarnated, right now, your human experience, this is your life. This Two of Wands is a reminder that you do have the power to make decisions, to think about the direction in which you're going. You might feel like that these decisions are weighty and you're looking for the exact right decision. And the truth is, pile 3, sometimes we make a decision and we walk down the path a little bit and it isn't for us. But you wouldn't have known that unless you tried. And at that point, you then choose where you want to go next. I'm very much drawn to this golden orb on the Two of Wands, which feels like the power of this decision. And this golden orb on the top of Anya's head. You know, this feels like trusting your higher self, trusting in your experience. We won't get everything right all the time, pile 3. You know, we all make poor judgment calls or do things that we regret, but you are being given an opportunity here. I feel like there is an opportunity for forgiveness, most definitely. With the Six of Cups and the Ace of Cups, there's definitely an opportunity for healing. For the Knight of Cups, take this if it resonates. You might have been feeling very called to reach out to somebody, to apologise, to reconnect. Or they may be feeling that way to you and you can feel their energy. Only you know whether it is right for you to do so, or whether it is time, whether you feel ready. And again, with the Queen of Pentacles here, it's a feeling of groundedness, of readiness, of confidence that comes from your own groundedness. So trust that when you feel ready, it will, you know, it's almost like things will come into alignment. And this could be right now, it could be tomorrow, it could be in a month, a week, a year's time. But it feels like there is, with these 2 aces, there's all this potential energy here. And definitely, if you do want this new beginning with somebody, the past has to be laid to rest. And it might be that there needs to be a conversation that is some kind of an apology that puts things to rights. And at that point, you both might decide to walk away. Or you might decide to start again and try again. Whether it's a parent, a child, a partner, a friend, you know, it doesn't matter who this person is. It's somebody that you love and care for, or have loved and cared for. Sometimes it is enough just to have that conversation and then feel like you're going to feel the sense of freedom. And from that point, you get to move on. And for others of you, you'll leave the past behind you and you'll have a fresh start together. It's whatever feels right for you. I'm only gonna, I'll take them all. Okay. Autumn, release the old and rest. Absolutely. Let go of the old. Let go of the old. Stop judging yourself, because some of you really are being harsh on yourself. And allow yourself to rest. You will feel ready when you feel ready. Lord, take charge with authority. Interesting, because we've got the Empress here. Some of you might feel like you have to take the first step. Again, even if you do, come into this Queen of Pentacles energy. Be gentle, be grounded with yourself. Don't come at it from a place of anger or hostility, or I just need to get this done. Wait until you feel a sense of peace, or sometimes it's that sense of no, I might be anxious or worried, but I know I need to do this right now. And that's that kind of, that Lord energy. Move beyond ancestral patterns. For some of you, there could be patterns from the past, from your childhood, from past relationships, and even deeper on an ancestral level that may have been repeated. And you can see now that you're repeating them within these relationships or dynamics. You have the power to change that if you wish to, pile 3. Shaolin Master, be graceful in movement and action. Definitely, again, take your time. Come to peace with your decisions. Come to peace with what has happened. So whatever you decide, in a gentle, loving way for self-love and for the love of this other person, or it might be multiple people, allow for there to be grace. And by that I mean, don't feel like you have to do something right now. Trust that you will make your move, or that things will come into alignment and they will come towards you at the right time. But be gentle with yourself, pile 3, please. That self-compassion is so powerful, and you really truly deserve to forgive yourself. Okay, sending you all my love, pile 3. As a reminder, all of my information is in the description box below. If you need any help or assistance, please just feel free to contact me directly via email. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Lots of love, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Hi there, pile 4. If you were drawn to this pile, then this is your reading. Welcome. Thank you for being here. As always, please remember, in case you missed the intro, that these readings are a read of the current energy. As a reader, I want to pull through the messages that can help to empower you to make decisions, because you have immense power within you. You can make decisions and direct your energy to create the future that you choose, that you wish, that you desire. So please take this reading as messages you need to hear right now in the present moment, the current energy, whenever you are watching this. Let's get into it. And as always, personal readings are available. All of my information is in the description box below. If you need to contact me, please feel free. Let's get into your reading. We've got Illumination, Explore Other Realms, and Epona, Wise Leadership. Ooh, this I like, pile 4. I feel like you were embarking upon a new phase in your life, new direction. It's like you want to spread your wings and you want to fly. Something has come to light within you, and I feel like a burden has been lifted off you. For some of you, wow, this is really intense and really quite personal, but for some of you, it might have been that you've cared for somebody for a long time, and now you're no longer in the position where you need to be in that point of everyday care. And it's given you a new sense of freedom. It's like you've got a new lease of life in some way. And it just feels like, oh, you can breathe. And now you can spread your wings and you just want to soar. With Wise Leadership, I feel like you're either taking very wise counsel from yourself, from people that you trust, but you're feeling very, very guided to move in a particular direction. You're definitely looking at pastures new, whether that is travel, relocation, work, love even, but this feels more centered on you. I'm not getting a vibe at all that you're perhaps out there looking for love. I feel like you're looking for personal enrichment, self-enlightenment, awakening. It feels like you are so reveling in this newfound feeling of freedom that you just want to flow with it and roll with it and just see what this world has to offer for you. It is really powerful, beautiful energy. And it feels like the release of something. It feels like the release of something after a burden, after a long time. It's like you have either released yourself, maybe through some healing work, maybe through some past life regressive work for some of you. But it just feels like the biggest, most peaceful, rewarding exhale of everything that was holding you back. And in the same breath, back on the inhale, you just want to take whatever life has got to bring you. You want to go out and have those good experiences. You want to feel it. It's like you are feeling yourself so deep, and it just feels amazing. Oh, I love this energy. Okay, I'm being called to this deck. We've got pile 1 and 3 had the same deck, but everyone's had different tarot decks today. I'm just going with what I choose, what I feel. As a reminder, I am an intuitive reader. I get clairaudient messages. I will see things and I will just let you know. So I'm not just reading the cards. The Two of Swords and the Six of Wands. Let's take them all. The Two of Pentacles, the Magician, Judgment, the Star, and the Four of Cups. I love it. I feel like you've been juggling a lot of things for a lot of time. This could have been, you know, for some of you, you could have had an elderly parent to look after. For others of you, it could have been children. It could have been a job or a business or something that weighed you down. And it's not to say that you didn't love the experience or that you didn't love the person, but it feels like, yeah, the Explorer of Wands on the bottom of the deck. You suddenly find yourself freed with greater time and energy and vision and inspiration to be able to go out and do something new. We've got the Two of Swords. Let's start there. I feel like you are still in some ways undecided about exactly what it is that you want to do. I feel like you feel this sense and this rush of freedom, but for some of you, there's still this element here of holding yourself back just a little bit. For some of you, this could be a really big life change that still feels very unknown. And because of that, you're kind of in it and you're thinking, oh, but can I do this? Am I allowed to do this? Is this okay? And actually, I'm getting like if you have that freedom to do something and your heart is calling to you and you're not harming anyone else, you know, with Judgment here, choose a pathway and walk down it. And you will probably find out whether or not you feel like it's right for you upon that path. Most things, like I said, if we're not harming other people or harming ourselves, you know, when we decide that actually maybe this path isn't for me, at that point we go, okay, so let's try something new. And that's a freedom that you've been missing and also waiting for. But now I almost feel like it's a bit like, what do I do with it? For some of you, there's a bit of a hangover from the past of juggling things. Perhaps things didn't work out. Perhaps you've had plans in the past that kind of fell through, or things didn't work out. And now it's like you have this, yeah, that's that big, deep breath of calm. And you're like, wow, like I can do stuff, but what do I want? And then the doubt creeps in. I would take this Four of Cups as a little bit of doubt of, but what if? That's what it is. It's that question. But what if? But what if? But what if? What if everything goes right, Purple? What if it's the best decision you've ever made? What if it starts a chain of events that puts you on a course of action that takes you to where you've always dreamed of, with the Magician and the Star and Judgment here? You've got three major arcana in a row. You have got this kind of bubbling potential energy, and it's almost like you can access and open to more of yourself. You can do things that you never thought you'd be able to do. You've also got 3 2s on the table and another 6, which is 2 6s. If you reduce that down, which is a yeah, having a moment, it's a 3, reduces down to a 3. That's important for some of you. You might have waited 3 years for this opportunity, and now it's kind of like, so what do I do? For some of you, it could be financial, and it's suddenly like you've had this financial windfall, and they want you to trust. They want you to trust in yourself. Know that if things didn't work out in the past, you do have skills that you've acquired now. And just because things didn't work out in the past, doesn't mean they're not going to work out in the future. Seriously, this feels like you are on course for something really good. You might be looking to embark upon a new business, a new career, a new direction. And it feels like there might be things that you work through along the way. But ultimately, you are being called to follow your passion, to follow your dream. And I feel like you're going to do that. And there is this thing that inevitably things are always going to come up. Things are always going to need to be worked out. There's always details to you know, work out, creases to iron out. If we have obstacles that come up, even if we're on the path to our dreams, it doesn't make them wrong. Sometimes it's the act of overcoming that obstacle, whatever it is, the act of juggling and keeping things in balance, that teaches us the skills that we need, the skills of the magician, mastery of every single one of the suits. You know, it feels like you are coming to a place where I still feel like you doubt yourself in some way, or doubt of the experience. Perhaps things that haven't been good for a long time, and now things have got good, and you're like, wow, but what if? It's those what ifs. And it's so funny because that's all I keep hearing. But what if? But what if? And just say to yourself, but what if everything goes right? Because it could. It literally could go right, powerful. There is a new pathway ahead of you. And it feels like it's opening up to something beautiful. I'm going to get one of these for you. The other piles didn't get this, but we've got a bit of time. Your message is very different to the other piles. So we're going to take this all as the potential energy. This new beginning, this future laid out ahead of you. What's the most important energy for pile 4 to release so that they can embrace this new beginning, this new phase of their journey, this new step on their path? Faith. I love it. You couldn't write this. And we've got the child on the bottom of the deck. The child is like the fool. The child goes out and embarks upon the course of her dreams with absolute innocence, with eyes that have not yet been turned cold because of the issues of the world or experiences of the past. A child's innocent, pure heart will just go and create for the love of creation. If you've ever watched a child create art, they do it for the love of creation. This is you embracing a new beginning for the love of what may come. You might not have all the answers, but you're being called to have faith. You're being called to have faith in yourself, have faith in your journey. You know, she sat upon what looks like a sea turtle here. You know, and it feels like you are, things might at times move slowly. And at some point, it might move very, very quickly. But I'm also getting, again, the sense of travel. You might really be looking to travel, to explore, to relocate. And I feel like the wealth of the experiences that you gain, you know, have an open heart. You might not have all the answers, but you know what? You might just find them on your way. Pile 4, I'm going to leave this there for you. I really, really hope this reading assisted you. As a reminder, personal readings are available. If you would like to contact me for any reason, please feel free to do so. But thank you for being here. Just sending you all my love, and I will see you in another reading. Take care. Bye-bye.